Do you ever get stuck in your own head, replaying every little thing, going over conversations, or worrying about what might happen? You're definitely not alone. And today, I'm sharing how to break free from that loop and start truly living. Hey friends, I'm Angelica, and if you've ever felt trapped in your thoughts, this video is definitely for you. For the longest time, I overthought every little thing, every little decision in my life, and occasionally it's something I struggle with. But when I tell you, I started to truly live once I started to not overthink every single decision. It truly just felt like bricks being taken from my shoulders. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing why we overthink and what it does to us, mindset shifts that help break that cycle, and simple and actionable steps that you can take to start living fully. Let's start by discussing what is overthinking. Overthinking is when you take an unnecessary amount of energy on different things within your life over and over in loops with no end. This can lead to so much stress, overwhelm, anxiety. In general, you're not going to feel good when you're just stressing yourself out over excessive thoughts. And I want to let you know this is completely natural. Our brains function in a way that we fear failure, we have perfectionism, and most of all, we want control. The biggest piece that I've learned about overthinking is that it steals the present moment from you. When you're too worried of the future or the past and overthinking on other things outside of the present moment, it doesn't truly allow you to sit in that moment. I especially realized this when I was sitting in a restaurant overwhelmed to exhaustion on what I was going to eat and if I should try something new or if I should go for the same thing that I get every time I go to that same restaurant. And the overwhelm and the confusion, I realized that I wasn't even enjoying the restaurant. I wasn't enjoying the atmosphere or the experience. I was just so overwhelmed with what should I get, and should I get the same thing because it's always the same and I know I like it, but what if they don't make it the same way I like it? Or should I try this new thing because what if I really like it, or what if I actually hate it and then I'm still hungry because I can't eat it? All of these things times infinity, all while I'm at a restaurant trying to enjoy experience. Yeah, that experience is not being indulged in. That moment is not getting the most of me. There are different mindset shifts that you want to take in order to break free. And one is understanding that perfection and control are illusions. It's okay to make mistakes. How else would we learn so much? And why would we rob those lessons from us? Focus on progress over perfection. If we waited to be perfect at anything, we'd be perfect at nothing. In the example of me going out to eat, both versions are making great points. I might actually really like that new plate. I might actually hate that new plate, but I won't know unless I try that new plate. And it's up to me to decide if I'm gonna try that new plate or if I'm just gonna stick with the same thing I know. But if it's something that I'm continuously overthinking, maybe I just try the new plate so I don't have to think about it anymore. And I can know whether or not it was good or if it's not, and be over with it and be okay with it being bad. One of the best practices that I've implemented is just talking to myself as though I'm a good friend or I'm a young child. Having compassion, showing care, understanding, and allowing mistakes. The more you get comfortable with the fact that nothing will be certain in life, the more you'll be able to live freely. Life is completely unpredictable, and that's okay. There are things that we can do our best to make assumptions or assume the outcome of situations, but at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed. We do the best with what we have and trust in ourselves that that decision is the best one for us. Otherwise, you're not only just overthinking and creating unnecessary stress, you're also not putting trust in yourself. So allow yourself to be free and make the wrong decision. Now that you understand the mindset shift and kind of where this all comes into when it comes to just overthinking, why it happens, how it happens, let's talk about what you can do to actually stop it. That's going to be realistic. As always, start small in manageable ways. Doing things such as setting timers for decisions has really helped me. Depending on what it is, maybe if in the example of going to a restaurant, you set yourself a timer of, let's say, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, something that's realistic, right? If it normally takes you 10 minutes to decide, let's start at 5. It normally takes you 5 minutes to decide, let's go to 2.5. Set something that's realistic, but also going to be a bit challenging for you. Ensure that you're committed to making a decision by then. Once that timer goes off, don't add more time. Don't say, wait, I don't know yet. You need to have a decision by that time and be okay with it being the right or wrong decision. Keep in your mind that either way, this is a step towards growth for you because you're getting closer to being able to be free and stop overthinking and knowing if that dish is actually going to be good or not. Being present is one of the most rewarding feelings ever. So I want to bring you back to how you can feel present. Something that will always be here will be your breath. So focusing back in towards your breath will always be a great way to bring you to the present moment. And if I'm being honest, this is probably one of the biggest changes that I've made in my life that has helped me make decisions. Before, I would over research everything. I would go to the point where I'd research so much, I don't know what's true, what's false, and which direction to go because there's just too much information overload. Maybe you set a limit to 3 resources per research that you do so that you don't get overwhelmed with all of the information just to not make a decision. I started to implement this in my life and also including people that I reach out to. Sometimes there are decisions that you're not sure of and you ask other people's thoughts, and sometimes you ask too many people. Depending on the situation and who you're talking to, maybe you want to seek 2 different opinions, but let's make sure that we're being mindful on how many opinions we're getting, how much research we're doing. Most importantly, we ensure that we're using that information to help us make a decision, not make the decision for us. I am a great overthinker, so I overthink about almost any and everything. I'd love to hear what's something that you're struggling with when it comes to overthinking, or a tip that has helped you to stop overthinking so much. Share in the comment section below. Overthinking is a habit, and like with any habit, it can be changed with awareness and practice. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. Start living your life right now with one small step at a time. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on your alert notifications so you can be notified when I release my next video. Take what you need from this and leave the rest. And if it has helped in any way, please share it with someone else who needs to hear it too. Keep showing up, keep it realistic, and most importantly, keep it you. See you next time.